Okay, I should have done this live. I locked into a solid 91. Flip this plug about 4 inches down. Look at that imprint. I got an old looking silver quarter. What is going on, everyone? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. It is great to be back. I took a sort of unexpected break from YouTube, and then on a whim and loosely planned, I ended up back in my hometown in Pennsylvania for a few days. And then when I came back, I did a lot more treasure hunting without posting any of the videos. So you're about to see some really cool stuff. While I was up in Pennsylvania, I did have the opportunity to metal detect a huge 500-acre farm that was settled back in around 1841. So it was a really cool opportunity. That video will be on the way. But in this one, this is a detecting video from 2 days ago when I went out with Jerry and we did some door knocking. We've been doing really well lately, putting in a lot of effort, but we hit some cool permissions. This video has a lot of awesome finds in it, so I think you're going to enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get right into the digs, and there's more on the way. So we're detecting over the slope here in behind a house built in the late 1930s, next to where I know where abandoned skull sits, up over on the hillside here. I knew these would be decent places to knock. It sits very high up from the road, so there's no road trash, and it's super clean. We've been up here for like 15-20 minutes digging around. I think Jerry found a wheat penny from 1917. I found 4 wheat pennies, and over here working in the bushes, this is just a penny from the 60s, 1964, but this is like my 5th penny from the 60s up around closer to the house here. House was built, I believe, in 1938, so we're gonna keep looking. And there's some massive, like 100-plus-year-old tree stumps in the backyard, so we're gonna head back there soon, and I think we're gonna find some more. One of the other things I found here that's easy accessible in my pouch down by the road, I got a really old iron buckle, probably some sort of horse tack, and I got a really deep brass ring here in the front yard too that seems deeper than the stuff would be dropped from this house. There would have been a lot of, this is an old road here, so there would have been a lot of horses and carriages through here and stuff. So, oh yeah, I got it right here. This is that brass ring that was about 10 inches deep. And consider all the coins are only like 2 inches deep that are from like the 50s and 60s. So that's a good sign. There's some older stuff mixed in here from the days before the house. But we'll keep looking. I got about 8 pennies so far. All are the newer wheats and the coins from the 60s. So we're in the range to hit some silver. All right, here's Jerry's coin number 2, and he hit the silver first.
Let's see what we got. Yeah,
it's a Rosie. Yeah, it's only like what, like an inch and a half down. Very preserved lawn. But yeah, that's in the range of the coins I'm digging. That's 1960 on the button. So a lot of the coins we're finding here, mostly from the 50s and 60s, but as you can see, some of it's silver. Nice find, Jerry. Alrighty, nice. Just dug a signal here, getting down close to the road on the slope. Earlier I dug 2 wheat pennies about a foot away from each other down here, and dug a 1962 nickel a minute ago. Found a patch with quite a few coins from the 60s and 70s. And right here, just got a 1939 wheat cent, about 5 inches down. I think that's my oldest coin so far, but I gotta clean up the other wheat cents yet. But very, very clean yard to hunt. Really easy to pick out the signals, just a lot of ground to cover. So it's a pretty nice hunting here. Haven't hit a lawn like this in a long time. Okay, looking around the stump down by the road, I think it's right around the corner where Jerry found that 100-plus-year-old wheat penny, and fairly deep here. I already filled the hole back in a little bit, about 5 inches. It appears to be, I'm pretty sure this is an old suspender buckle. It's pretty thin, so it's good that I didn't hit it with a shovel. It would have busted. But yeah, that's definitely showing some age there. Nice. I'm actually off the same road where I found my Union Civil War spur early last year. So it's an old road down here, that's for sure. It's just one of those days. Jerry's hitting the right targets. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, that was shallow, huh? Yeah. Another, is that a...
Looks like another Rosie. Rub that Rosie, see what we get.
Oh yeah, that's shiny. It's 1958. Yeah, these silvers aren't super old ones,
or
but
deep.
What is that? How many coins you dug?
I got 3 coins.
3 coins. 2 of them are silver. I got like a dozen coins. I can't buy silver, but nice job, Jerry.
Thanks.
Over here. Come on. Say hi to the camera. Hey, buddy. Look what he did here. He dug all this out right here, or at least lays here all the time. Right by his doghouse, had a high tone. He dug me up a Merc. Oop. I just flicked it off the clod there. 1940 something, but literally right in this washout. Looks like he dug this out at some point. That's a beauty too. Oh, out of all places, that is too funny. All right, let's keep looking. So check out the size of that tree stump. Oh my goodness, that is so big. I'm assuming those were here before this house was built in '38. There's one on the other side of the house as well, but just dug that silver in that little dugout place by the dog right there. Back through here, got a couple quarters. Got one from 1970, one from 1981. Jerry just dug one through here, kind of over here on the side between here and the other house next to it, which is not as old. And I just got a really beat up, smashed wheat penny. Can't really see the date on it, but it is really smushed. But it's a Wheatie. All right, Jerry did it again. It's been about 45 minutes. And he hasn't found a coin since his last one, I don't think. Except maybe like a
couple of memorials.
A quarter, yeah, that clad quarter on the side by the driveway. The backyard's all been like dozed around. They knocked around an old outbuilding and not much back here. I got a wheat penny a few minutes ago and Jerry just got a Merc. I can see the date on it. It's 1943.
Nice.
Sweet. You were hitting the right coins today.
I am hitting the right coins. Not many of them.
Yeah, there's that massive tree. Something got dug out of here. You can see they stacked brick over there. Looks like they took down a little outbuilding. Massive trees back here, but there's nothing but a little bit of trash, older trash mixed in through this front portion, which is a shame. The few coins we found were up around the edges, kind of this way, and I found my silver and a couple wheat pennies up around in the same area as that doghouse there, and then all the other coins were in the front. I didn't even show half of them because it's pretty hot out and trying to get a lot of swinging in, but I'll show you guys in a bit, but we're about to wrap it up here. So here's the silver take from almost 3 hours in that big lawn, front and back. Jerry got the best of it on the silver. He got a 1960 Rosie, 1941 Merc, which it looks like it's going to be decent cleaned up, 58 Roosevelt, very nice condition, and then my Merc hiding under here. It's in really nice shape. Once it's cleaned off, it's got a lot of detail. Looks like it's going to be 1942. Well, I gave a cracking signal. No idea what it is though. It's definitely Jerry's Silver Day. We're at another permission. And that's a really clean one, 1942 P. It's nice that you got the silver one, not the normal variety. But sweet find. He said he got a worn Merc too. Let's check it out. Throw the thimble on here too. You got an awesome, oh, that's a big one. Little advertising thimble. We'll have to clean that up later. It says something New York City on it, NYC. Let's check out the Merc. Oh, that thing's toasted. It looks like it was in a fire.
It
had to have been in a fire. It's thin too.
Next door I saw two of them that way, one barber and one.
Oh yeah, that's looking at the back of that, that's been in a fire for sure. That's cool though. I just getting in behind the house. I got like 6 pennies from the 70s and 80s, and I got a bunch of brass. I gotta get going. Right back here by the railroad tracks, Jerry just popped this. Amazing, huge, compact. It's Talcum company, Talcum Puff Company. New York, USA. Wow, that is a huge one. It seems like it's full of dirt, but who knows? This is a big one. We'll open it maybe live later, see if there's something inside. But sweet. And figures in the same area. I just dug a penny from the 70s. I gotta get me onto some goodies. Okay, so I've been working on this compact with my little key knife, and we got it ready to pop here. I'm gonna let Jerry do the honors, see if there's more than dirt on the inside.
Come on, double eagle. And no, just the powder.
Dude, it still has the imprint of the. Oh, look, you can see the name. Is that the name of the company?
Yeah. Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, it's imprinted in that gunk.
Wow.
So they never got to use it. It's full. Oh, that is nasty.
That is gross.
Oh well, not a cache of coins.
Oh well.
Vintage makeup, 50 bucks. All right, so while that train was coming, I had a signal over here in the bushes, kind of down in some clay over here, and it locked on 86, and it got me a silver. Let's see how old it is. It's a mercury dime. Yeah, all the clay is really packed on it, so I don't want to rub it off, but it looks like an older one. Sweet. Probably close to 100 years old on that one. Not too shabby. Okay, this is weird. I'm about a yard away. Had another high signal. There's a ton of iron in this section, and I don't know what's up with these. I think it's another silver, but it's pale white and like corroded, almost like it's been in contact with like heavy chemicals or in a fire or something. Can't really even tell what it is. I think it's a merc. I think I can see the band running vertical right there. It's really messed up, whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it's a merc. It's really caked on it. Let's knock a little bit of that off. Yeah. Yep, you can see the band there. Huh. It's pretty crazy. Only a couple inches down right here in this area where there's a ton of iron. Very mineralized soil. Just thought that was going to be a piece of trash. Okay, I should have done this live. I locked into a solid 91. Flipped this plug about 4 inches down. Look at that imprint. I got an old looking silver quarter. Is it going to be? Oh, it's a Washington. And here comes the train. I thought it was going to be an SLQ, but that's amazing. Popped it right in the middle of my plug right there. Nice. Okay guys, we're going to do this one live. I got another one of those banging 91s. I don't know how we missed this earlier, right toward the front. Actually, we kind of started further down.
Shoot.
Not as much mineralization on this side of the yard, so that signal came in crystal clear. Oh, boom. Right there. Silver quarter. Another Washington. Only about 3 inches down. I'll clean it up, get a year later.
Both called that.
Yeah, we called it. It was solid. There was no doubts in this one. Amazing. That one looks like a newer one. A lot of detail on it. I almost see maybe a 0 there. Maybe it's a 1960. I don't know. I have no idea, but that's awesome. I got another high signal by the side steps of the house here. We're gonna finish it live. Oh, I can see it right there. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a bigger coin. It's just a penny. There's a lot of pennies from the 70s mixed in around the driveway too. And I must have dug a dozen of them from the 70s and early 80s, the copper ones. Thought that might be another silver, but hey, coin's a coin. A lot of cool houses back in through here. This is the place we're hunting right now. And Jerry's detected this place in the past. The guy's fixing it up. It was in really bad shape. He's working on it slowly but surely. He found a lot of cool things over there before. A standing Liberty quarter. An interesting foreign coin. I can't remember where it was from. That was a long time ago. And we detected that place over there. I can't remember if it was last year or earlier this year. Didn't find too much over there. But, or it was at least that place or one over here. I can't remember from this angle right now. But a lot of trash on the back end of these properties. They just kind of mounted it all up here. It's kind of tricky to detect back here, just looking for high tones. Seeing if there's any like silver spoons or anything like that down in here. But there's a really old church catty corner to here that burnt down. So and with the railroad there, the old church and all these old houses kind of crammed in this little area, you never know what's going to pop up. There's kind of the steeple of the old church. It's been sitting there for a long time. So we'll keep looking. Bound to be something else cool back here. Oh yeah, and I just dug out this weird screw type thing here. It's got like a waffle pattern on the top. Very strange. But yep, onward we go. Oh, you just missed them. Turned the camera on late. There were some catbirds screaming at me from right there. They just flew away. But anyhow, where they tore out all this brush in the back. I was thinking it's just going to be a lot of crap back here, and there is, but it's hitting coin tones. I got a penny right over here from 1982, a copper one. Looks like I got a quarter here. It's not silver, but probably been down there a while. It looks like the relief's fairly high. It's an older one, probably from the 70s or something like that. But yeah, there's coins back here where they ripped out all this brush. Crazy. I'm in the back again over by this burn barrel where the old church burned down. And believe it or not, I've got 2 mercs. I got 2 silver Washington quarters, and off the property, this is my first wheat penny and the first old coin in the back here. I know Jerry has 2 wheats, and that is my first one. It doesn't look like a super old one. Yeah, I think it's 51, 52, something like that. I think it has a Denver mint mark. But it's a wheatie. So I'm gonna grid this little patch here, see if he's got a friend. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this mega wrap up quick. This is all of the finds, or at least the best finds that me and Jerry made today. We're gonna be going back out tomorrow too, so stand by. Hopefully we have enough good footage to make another video. But as you can see here, I got stuff laid out. This is a lot of the silver I found earlier this year. Not gonna go into that. So the first place we hunted was a 1938 brick house kind of sitting up on a hill, and it's kind of in an area I've been wanting to hunt for a while, by an old abandoned school. And I did find some remnants of old activity of traveling through the area. You can see I got some old iron horse tack, and I got this brass ring that was super deep too. So some remnants of stuff that predated that house in the front of the yard. That was cool. Dug a lot of coins. Tons of pennies from the kind of 60s and 70s and from around that lawn, but there's all the coins from like the 60s and on up. I ended up with 7 wheat pennies from that location. Not going to bother showing them. The oldest one was that 1939 that I showed in the video. Apart from that, in that yard, I got the 1942 mercury dime, kind of where the dog had dug up. That was hilarious. That's the only silver I found in the yard. And Jerry's best finds from that first lawn, he got a 58 Rosie, a 1960 Rosie, and a pretty nice looking 1941 Merc there. He got 1 wheat penny, and oh, this was from the other place, so I'll put that over there. Apart from that, I got just this toy car. I got 2 keys. One's modern, one's a little bit older. Russwin brand on it. So that was it for the first place, except for we got this here. I went back into that hole and found the other piece of this buckle. Hard to believe that was still intact there, so that was cool. Jerry found one of these as well. So somebody was probably practicing casting their fishing rod out in the yard, I guess, because we found some fishing weights there, and we were nowhere near a lake or anything. And I also found this. It's kind of peculiar. I have to clean it up a little bit more. It's really fragile. A little piece of aluminum, but it's got like a flower pattern on it. I have no idea what that is. So that was the first permission. The second one was right there by the railroad, I believe early 1900s home. And it was a pretty cool spot. Honestly, I wasn't expecting as much as we found there. I thought it was going to be more of a relic hunt. And we were told that one other guy did detect it before, but very mineralized, hard to hunt. But we worked it slow and got into some good patches. So for me, this is all the modern coins. There was a ton of pennies from like the 70s in the backyard. And right before I left, I found a coin spill. Had a 1985 quarter, 84 nickel, and then 81, 79, and 75 pennies in it. So that was pretty neat. But for the silvers, the one Washington quarter was a 1939, no mint mark. That was awesome. When I saw it in the hole how worn it was, I thought it was going to be a standing Liberty. I got to clean this one off more. The dirt's really caked on it. It's a 1960 Denver silver quarter. That's the one I dug up live. I got 2 mercury dimes, a 1942, which, surprise, surprise, it's an S mint mark. And that really beat up one I found about a yard away, believe it or not, is also a 1942 S. So maybe the same person dropped them, had some San Francisco mint coins floating around in their pocket, or maybe someone visiting from the West Coast, who knows. But that's really bizarre for my area to find 2 of the same S mint coins. And in the first yard, my mark was a 42, so all 3 mercury dimes I found today were 1942. That's pretty bizarre. But apart from that, I found one of the old screw fuses. I don't know why, I love finding them. I'm not sure what this is. If anybody knows what it is, let me know. It almost looks like it clamps onto something, almost like it could be some sort of sight. I don't think so, or maybe just to clamp onto something as a loop to like run something through it. Really not sure, but very interesting. Found this random piece of metal that had the letters WH on it, so I'm not sure what that broke off of. Apart from that, I think that was everything I found except for this. A little tag that says tested and inspected by. Not sure what that's for either, but Jerry made some awesome finds from that place. He got this silver ring that I didn't get to show in the video. It's an old one. It's got the sterling mark on the inside, and it's got a little maker's mark to the right of it there. It might be a V with some like design behind it, but it almost looks like a little spaceship. It's pretty funny. But that's a really old ring there. We'll try to identify the maker's mark later. He got this awesome thimble. You'll see here it says Princess. I'm trying to remember what it said on there. Princess something Mills, and then it has an address, 244. I can't see that there, but it has an address somewhere in New York, so we'll be able to look up that business. That's pretty cool. Just an old advertising thimble. And he got a really toasty, messed up mercury dime. Can't read the date on it, except be able to tell that it is 1920 something. You can see the 192. So that's an older one. He got that nice 1942 P war nickel in really nice condition, the silver variety. That was a transition year. They made some that were non-silver in 42 as well. He got 2 wheat pennies from that location, a 1941 and a 1926. And he also got a lead seal, which is probably from the railroad. We found the old boxcar and like baggage seals from that railroad in that area before. This one's different than the other ones, but it probably has something to do with the railroad. You can see a big 3 up here on the lead seal. It has like maybe 3 numbers. It's kind of hard to tell. It's beat up, but that's probably the oldest find of the day right there. So I think that about covered it. We had a really awesome hunt today at those 2 locations, so it worked good. We did 2 door knocks and got 2 yeses, so you can't ask for anything better than that. So if we get anything else tomorrow, hopefully I'll make another video. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you on the next one.